Yo, GM, what's good, fam? Welcome to Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, House Republicans nullify student loan forgiveness while national debt suffers. House Republicans just approved a plan to repeal key Biden student debt relief initiatives. Meanwhile, there's still no end to inflated national debt. HSRL is a production of Safe New Media. Who this is for? Self-actualizers, agents of progress, if you will, who are making the most of their lives. This micro podcast live stream is not for you, sweetheart, if you take yourself too seriously. Viewers of this show are smarter and more attractive than plebs who ignore it. Is our community a narrow subset of free thinkers trending towards financial freedom? Yes. Do I think it's funny to ask rhetorical questions and answer myself? Also, yes. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover divine and fundamental truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. You may have heard me say this before, but there are many in our community who may want to apply my unique perspective to their own businesses in developing new products and services. Tell me what you think I can do to help you in our private Telegram chat accessed via guild.xyz. Guild.xyz/deep tribe is the private chat. More on that later. Today on HSRL, ladies and gentlemen, how about that national debt, huh? It's like the granddaddy of all financial burdens. I mean, it can spiral out of control faster than a squirrel on a sugar rush. And there are some interesting reasons why this debt can skyrocket faster than SpaceX and Blue Origin competing for a NASA contract. Let's break it down. First up, we got large deficits and increased borrowing. Imagine you're a fat guy at a Las Vegas all-you-can-eat shrimp buffet, loading up your plate only to realize you're stuck in an endless loop of going back for seconds and thirds. That's our national debt. It just keeps piling up, and the borrowing train keeps chugging along. Then we got interest costs. As the debt grows, the government's credit card bills pile up. Have you ever tried to keep up with a never-ending marathon of minimum payments? You know what happens when you can't keep up, right? You end up borrowing even more, which pushes those interest rates higher. Regular people would go bankrupt, but not the US government. They keep printing money and burning it by QE, quantitative easing, and QT, quantitative tightening. This is a trampoline of borrowing and lending and then slamming the brakes on it. Now, here's a fascinating one. The debt to GDP ratio. Imagine a seesaw that goes buck wild. Once that ratio hits a certain level, we are past the point of no return on the event horizon of a black hole, metaphorically speaking. The debt starts spiraling upward all by itself without any help from ongoing deficits. It doesn't need help, it needs a vacation. But hey, let's not forget about failure to cut spending. Do you know someone who's trying to lose weight so they go for a walk, but they walk right into a donut shop? And those higher debt levels, well, they're just a result of our inability to say no to that extra sprinkle of spending. Now, speaking of debt, let's talk about student loan relief. House Republicans just approved a plan to repeal key Biden student debt relief initiatives. The Congressional Review Act, or CRA, allows Congress to nullify recently enacted federal rules and programs. CRA resolutions only require simple majority votes in the House and Senate for congressional approval. This Congressional Review Act resolution nullifies two key Biden administration student debt relief initiatives, includes President Biden's unprecedented one-time student loan forgiveness plan. So, if this is allowed to proceed, canceling student debt would give tens of millions of borrowers around $10,000 to $20,000. That's how it works on the balance sheet. That would be a liability on the government's balance sheet, right? Which is a good reason why this plan has been held up for months in a drawn out legal battle, which is now before the Supreme Court. The GOP led resolution would also repeal Biden's most recent extension of the student loan pause, which has suspended most federal student loan payments and interest through the summer. But here's a worse problem. Do you think a recession would be bad? The House wants $1.3 trillion in student loans to start being paid back with over 2 years of interest in back payments. COVID-19 relief for federal student loans, which have been suspended at 0% interest rate, is extended until the US Department of Education is permitted to implement the debt relief program or until the litigation is resolved. As it stands right now, payments will restart 60 days after June 30th, 2023. As I'm recording this live on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, going live right now. Today's May 26th. The year is 2023. We will look back at this and laugh at me. Retweet this. I don't care if you make fun of me, just retweet it. What began as a public health emergency has become a fiscal emergency. This Republican-led repeal effort could have devastating impacts for borrowers. Republicans want to eliminate Biden's one-time debt relief plan and reverse it. That's right. The House aims to collect a whopping $1.3 trillion in student loans with over 2 years of interest in back payments. Remember that scene in one of the Back to the Future movies where Doc says to Marty, "Where we're going, we don't need roads." This reversal would take borrowers back in time and slap them with a bill for the period they thought was on hold. That's because the student loan pause period can count as credit towards student loan forgiveness under the Public Service Loan Forgiveness, PSLF, and income-driven repayment, IDR, programs. Borrowers who received enough PSLF or IDR credit during Biden's most recent extension of the student loan pause to reach the threshold required for student loan forgiveness had their balances discharged. But if the Republican-led repeal effort is successful, thousands of borrowers could have those loan forgiveness determinations undone. A new analysis by the Student Borrower Protection Center, SBPC, and the American Federation of Teachers estimates that upwards of 260,000 public service borrowers who received student loan forgiveness through PSLF during the last several months could have their loans reinstated if the initiative becomes law. And 2 million additional borrowers who received PSLF and IDR credit associated with the current extension of the student loan pause could have that credit nullified, forcing them to be in repayment for longer. Passage of this bill would force borrowers to retroactively make payments covering the voided student loan pause period. What? I know. Okay. So even if it does pass the Senate, President Biden must sign the CRA resolution for it to become law. And this week, the administration indicated that Biden will veto the measure. So that will probably doom this measure. A 2/3 majority in both the House and Senate are required to override a presidential veto, a likely insurmountable hurdle given this near even party control in both chambers of Congress. But GOP led efforts to repeal Biden's student loan forgiveness and debt relief plans are continuing, right? House Republican leaders passed separate legislation last month nullifying both initiatives in a federal spending bill to raise the national debt limit. This situation is out of control, but I wouldn't lose hope just yet. President Biden's veto is likely to prevent this CRA resolution from becoming law. Now, I get it. The argument is that clearing this debt would be unfair to taxpayers, right, Republicans? But that's BS. That's too vague of an excuse. I would challenge Republicans to explain how exactly wiping out some degree of bad student loan debt would be detrimental to taxpayers specifically. Okay, when so much taxpayer money is going to the Ukraine, just like it went to Afghanistan for 20 years, all for nothing. What's the difference? I don't know. You tell me. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I definitely am. I totally admit I don't get it. I don't understand. Help me understand. In general, unsecured debts, including credit card debt. Oh, let me backtrack a little bit. Disclaimer: I totally admit I'm biased because I have student loan debt that I just at the time I didn't know any better. And I think that's the problem is that students when they get into this debt, they don't know any better. In general, unsecured debts, including credit card debt, medical bills, personal loans, utility bills, and unpaid rent, are dischargeable under Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Student loans have become predatory and unethical. What I'm saying is, if these loans can be wiped out through Chapter 7 bankruptcy, this is unethical for student loans not to be able to be wiped out, right? You see what I'm saying? Tell me if you disagree. The challenge, of course, is getting everyone on board with these solutions and finding the right balance between government support, institutional accountability, and individual responsibility. But it's a challenge worth tackling, given the importance of education and the impact of national debt on our economy, our society. But we need to resolve it, guys. Right? Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe, New, Media, unconventional, diversified, global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn.eth. This is totally not a cult, you guys, but it is easy to join our cult. You could go to the main page there of this show, the official page, and watch previous episodes, watch the replay of this one. There, enter your email for access to our cult. I recommend getting to the Telegram. There's a channel called the Inner Circle, but I recommend getting into the chat, the Inner Circle Deep Tribe. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, processes, and workflows we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. So get into our Inner Circle Deep Tribe. Not a cult. Okay, the reason why you want to join is to level up your mind, because your mind generates meaning, and meaning creates your reality. Ask any questions about today's show in the private chat. Team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream on the subject right now, broadcasting live on Twitter. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Hidden Secrets Revealed live. Retweet this. Again, go ahead and make fun of me. If I don't care if that's what you want to do it. As long as it's funny, but share this with somebody. And if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to our new subscribers on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. And that's it. Got to go. Happy Friday. Shabbat Shalom to my Jews. I have spoken. Oh, wait. My new catchphrase is, I like you. Okay, so I'm going to shut up, play this for you. At the moment of decision that you changed when your intention was automatic causation chains begin with personal responsibility.